performing the ancient ritual of the Satyr of Saturn during Saturnalia. You see, Saturnalia was worshipped on December 17th, which is 7 days before Christmas. This is the time of inversion, thus everything is upside down. You see, this was the time of the purge, where slaves become masters, the orgies and debauchery and transvestism, which is the meaning behind the transvestite, the Baphomet, the sabbatic goat. So wait, before I continue, remember that I told you the Illuminati uses the ignorance of the people against themselves. You see, we all begin life with a mind that is pure, clean, and innocent. It's like an empty white room until you start to fill that room up. And it's what you fill that room up that counts. And is your room full and cluttered, or is it clean and organized? And you see, the mind control is to make you believe that you have a clean and organized room. But the truth is, your brains are actually scrambled eggs, which is why the yoke is on you. And that's why the Illuminati programs what goes into your room. And they use the simple principle of the ordo ab chaos, which is the order out of chaos. Which is why, like I said, the average person has absolutely no idea how the world actually works. The reality they give us is all a lie. So like I said, they use the ignorance against ourselves. They want us to be dazed and confused and just get dumber and dumber. And of course, they want to keep us scared. So in order to find the truth, you have to look behind their mask of lies. And when you lift the veil of lies, you find the truth. And behind that curtain is where you will find the trick of belief, which is why they want you to believe in a lie. Because there is no magic, it's all just a trick from the two-faced liar. So like I've said since day one, they take the simplest concepts and have turned them into characters of evilness, and the people buy into it. And the ignorance goes all the way to the top. All the ones along the way through the chaos that are heading to the order. The order is at the very tip. They are the only ones that actually know the truth. And all of the fools, no matter what side you're on, if you're a priest of, Christianity, or you're a Satanist priest, it doesn't matter. You're actually all fooled by the same source. Only the ones at the very top know it's all just bullshit. So you could perform all of the magic rituals you want and satanic rituals you want. And you could, sacrifice babies, whatever. But in the real world, sacrificing that child and making a son sacrifice is not actually going to do anything to our son and actually make it better and bring crops better at all. It's all bullshit. And it sounds silly, but believe me, like I said, they're still doing it to this very day. They sucker them in with the glitz and glamour, and they mask the truth. And I'm sure most of these kids reject Christianity, but have absolutely no idea that they are actually still performing these ancient sacrifice rituals. And that is the insanity. Too blind and dumb to know that they are carrying on the agenda of the Illuminati. Mind control victims of the old Roman circus. Which is why you'll find plenty of jesters, devils, debauchery, and transvestism. In fact, you might remember a film called Paris is Burning, which is why they are a burner, because they're flaming gay. So now you'll understand why there are so many dragons at the Burning Man festival, because the dragon represents the primordial drag queen. Exactly like the flaming grove of Bohemia. So it's no surprise that Hollyweird is also supporting these ancient sacrifice rituals, the feasts, of El, which is the ancient Carni of El. The ancient sacrificial carnival festivals held in the honor of King Saturn. So I've already explained about the debauchery and the transvestism and the gay agenda of Hollywood. But this also stretches over into the entertainment industry of rappers and the music industry. The satanic gay conspiracy.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out.
Puffy is talking to Usher and he says, "We used to wake up in the morning," meaning together.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out.
Puffy realizes this and says, "Damn, wait a minute, pause."
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out.
And that's why Chris Hart calls him out on it.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen.
So many of these celebrities hide behind the fake mask. You know about it. We hear about, P. Diddy being gay for all these years. And it's in his videos. Which is why he's got a pinky ring. Because he belongs to the Pinky Ring Gang.
Bet they know me. Rose gold pinky ring. Master Rolex.
He's got his pinky ring and his Rolex and his rolls and his furs exactly like his hero who liberated himself, Liberace. And that's why Pink Diddy is a big homie, because everyone knows that pink is for girls. And that's exactly why Jay-Z is showing you his pinky ring. And they want you to think that it's that they have swagger. Actually, swagger means that you sway both ways. You go back and forth, thus being bi. You see, actually, this is what is called swagger, swaying back and forth. So now you'll understand why Big Homie, was at the Burning Man festival all dressed in his cute little pink outfit. Pink Daddy, the gay boy. Because he's a flaming gay burner. They hide behind the veil to cover the truth. They keep us confused with their web of lies that they have woven, because it is all just fabricated. Which is why when the elite go to their annual ritualistic sacrifice at Bohemian Grove, their gay little rituals, they say that they do not want weaving spiders to come there because they don't want to get caught in any sort of trap. So if you've watched my videos over the years, I've explained numerous times about the symbolism of the Illuminati and how it's actually sex magic symbolism, the symbols of fertility. Okay, so real quickly, I have explained the true meaning of what that Illuminati symbol is. And as you all know, it represents the fertility symbol of sex magic, the male entering the female hole. The triangle pointing up is the male, triangle pointing down is the female, and the circle, of course, is the female hole. Or it's the male hole. From matriarchy goddess worship to patriarchy male worship. So what I'm saying is that the one-eyed or the brown-eyed used to be a girl, and now it's the brown-eyed boy. You see, this is exactly the way you hold your hands when you're spreading the cheeks to the brown eye, the one eye of the Illuminati. So this is why I have explained that when you watch movies, you'll see them poking out the one eye. Not only is it symbolism of the ancient sun god getting his eye poked out, thus the moon, but it also has to do with the esoteric wisdom of sex magic, like the sword poking into the goddess Chalice, poking into the bull's eye, the black abyss of the black labyrinth of the goddess, or is it the black labyrinth of the male's brown eye? This is exactly why they must give their signs of allegiance to the Illuminati, because this symbol means that they are willing to sacrifice everything and sell their soul to the so-called devil. But it's the symbol of selling your ass, literally, taking you down the rabbit hole of so-called enlightenment. That's why Jay-Z says, "Do what thou wilt." And of course, he belongs to Roc-A-Fella Records, which actually means the rock, which is the Peter, the penis, and a fella is a dude. Because you only rock a fella if you're gay. From Jay-Z to Gay-Z. And actually all of this reminds me of a lighter matchstick from the Freemasons that is actually a goat, and the insert goes into the ass of the goat, which is from the ancient fertility beast of Pan or Faunus, the satyr, which is from the old goat himself, Saturnel. The nasty perversions of Pan, who molests little children, both boys and girls. The pedophilia of Peter Pan. The little gay goat boy who fights with his little sword against the big sword of the one-eyed butt pirate. Remember the one-eyed monster in The Goonies, One-Eyed Willie? And they begin this mind control corruption, this evil, tricking, bestiality, pedophilia, gay agenda at a very early age. And as you see from the world around us, in the media, in Hollywood, they're obviously doing a wonderful job because their mind control seems to be working perfectly. And I feel sorry for these victims who have fallen prey to these predators. And here's the truth from one of the victims.
His roles defined the 80s. Goonies.
This was my dream, my wish.
Stand By Me.
You call my dad a loony again, and I'll kill you.
Films that propelled him into the spotlight for his entire youth. But being famous so young, he says, caused serious damage to him and his friends.
Do you feel like you missed out on a normal childhood?
What childhood? I don't know what that means.
A lost childhood and a loss of innocence. He blames the adults, not just those looking to profit from charming children, but also some with far more sinister motives.
I can tell you that the number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
Vultures who Feldman says abused him and his best friend, the late child actor Corey Haim, his co-star in The Lost Boys.
Well, what happens if my mom is dating the head vampire?
Feldman says the trauma of that pedophilia contributed to Haim's death.
There's one person to blame in the death of Corey Haim, and that person happens to be a Hollywood mogul. And that person needs to be exposed, but unfortunately I can't be the one to do it. But the person that knows who did it and knows who he is watching right now, I guarantee you. Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah. There was a circle of older men that surrounded themselves around this group of kids. And they all had either their own power or connections to great power in the entertainment industry.
So I explained to you that the one-eyed Willie is the one-eyed monster of the penis, and the symbolism of the one-eyed butt pirate, which is why the Goonies was located in Astoria. And I'll give you one guess why they named him Mouth. And it's these pedophile goons who tortured and terrorized these poor innocent children and molested them, taking them down the Illuminati's perverted rabbit hole, the tunnel of love.